All right, let's talk briefly about parallel and perpendicular lines. Two lines are parallel, okay, and that means that they look like this, okay? They're like parallel to each other like railroad tracks. If the slopes are the same. So if this line has a slope of M1 and this line has a slope of M2, we can say that the two lines are parallel if and only if their slopes are the same. Now, when we come to the idea of perpendicular, we're saying two lines are perpendicular if they meet at like a cross or a 90-degree angle. And the way that we can determine if two lines are perpendicular is to look at the two slopes. And this is kind of strange, but if we multiply the two slopes together and get the answer of -1, we can say they're perpendicular. There's another way to figure out if two lines are perpendicular, and that's if M1 and M2 are negative reciprocals of each other. And a lot of people are like, well, what's a negative reciprocal? So let me explain to you real quick what a negative reciprocal is. Let's say that I have a slope of M1 equals, let's say, 1/3. In order to be perpendicular to this line, you would have to have a line that has a slope which is the reciprocal, that means flip it over, and make it negative. So when you flip it over, it's 3/1, which is 3, and then negative. So these two lines right here with these slopes would be perpendicular lines. Let me do one more real quick. If we had a slope of, let's say, -5, to be perpendicular, we would have to have another line that would be the negative reciprocal. So that means flip it over. Now remember, -5 is like -5/1. So we flip it over, it becomes -1/5, but then we change the sign, it becomes +1/5. So you can see that these two are negative reciprocals, these two are negative reciprocals. Also note that if you multiply these two together, you get -1. If you multiply these two together, you also get -1.